What's good, Josh? Your boy CrayG, and welcome back to another Need for Speed Heat video. In today's video, we will be going over the official January update patch notes for the update that's coming tomorrow on the 28th. Now, I kind of skimmed over this before, I started this video, and there's a lot of stuff, man. Actually, a lot more than what we got a few days ago. So I'm happy to go over a lot of these bug fixes and stuff, and just kind of see what you guys think about it and see how I feel about it. So if you guys have been enjoying the content on the channel, make sure you drop a like and hit that sub button. Let's get into it. Hello there, welcome to the first update notes of 2020. You will find a detailed overview of additions and changes to the game, as well as an extensive list of bug fixes. You have been providing a lot of feedback and reading through the below changes. You might find a few changes that you have reported yourself. We appreciate it. And then they say we'll touch on steering wheels, tell you a bit about the chat wheel, introduce the key to the map, and a few other nice tweaks you haven't heard of yet. So a bunch of stuff that they didn't inform us of and under the hood. We hope that you enjoy the update once it releases tomorrow morning European time, and that it improves your experience in driving around Palm City. Okay, so for our update notes, it shows the steering wheels here, and these are the steering wheels that will be compatible with Need for Speed Heat. I don't know much about like wheel setups and stuff like that, so I don't know which one of these is better than the other, so I just leave that for you guys to figure out. It says for PC players, make sure you install the Logitech G Hub regardless of wheel manufacturer model you're using. Console players, make sure that your steering wheel is assigned to your console profile before launching the game. Yada yada yada. Okay, so this is just going over the chat wheel, which we're not going to talk about. Keys to the map, we're not going to talk about this because, like I said, this stuff is all over the internet. If you purchase this, you are throwing money away. You might as well give it to me, because you can find this stuff all over the internet. There's no need to purchase this keys to the map stuff. I'm just telling y'all that right now. Quality of life improvements. So it says using a controller with manual transmission. You have been bringing this one up a lot. When you're driving using manual transmission on a controller, the bumper buttons not only are shifting up and down, but share a lot of different functionalities depending on context. You can bribe a cop, enter the garage, start an event, swap a car, and more, especially when shifting up after leaving the garage. This can be slightly awkward. No, annoying, not awkward, annoying. To improve the experience, all actions except shifting up and down now require you to hold the button for a short while to prevent accidental presses. Note that this change only affects players that are using manual transmission. Good job. That's cool. Thank you for fixing that. Thank you for taking that feedback and getting that together and fixing that. Appreciate it. So it says gas stations, you've been clear on that one. You want to showcase your cars in the best light without any damage. We added some functionality to the gas stations to give your car a complete repair when driving through a gas station. Functional damage will be fixed, but also dust will be washed off and scratches repaired. Cool, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Now when I go through after a fucking race of people knocking me off the side of the road, I can go get all them scratches and fucking dents off my car and take a nice picture. That's what's up. Appreciate it, Ghost. Thank you. All right, so it looks like there's a couple UI changes as well. So it says after finishing a night event, some UI elements will now stay on your screen. Both the minimap and the speedometer will remain visible to make it easier to find your way to the nearest safe house if you want to bank your rep, or to the gas station if you need repairs and want to go again. So you guys notice how like after a race at night, sometimes you'll just see like race completed or race finished on your screen, but it won't be anything else on your screen for like a short period of time. That's what they're talking about. So your map and everything is going to stay there so you can quickly get out if there's police on you and try to like find your way to a gas station or to a safe house quickly. That's a nice addition. We added a notification to the garage that will inform you if a server will be shutting down soon. Move the escape notification to the bottom of the screen. It will now be shown in the same location as the escaping notification after you escape successfully. That should prevent a few accidents. Yeah, because I'm tired of escaping and then run into a fucking wall because that big ass escape is right here and I can't see past it. There was no button prompt for back in the decal menu, so we added one. Okay. The VoIP status bar is now visible on all screens if you're in a party. Okay, when you quit a mission or event, the UI will now prompt you that all of your progress will be lost. Because we implemented a new waypoint icon and also polished some icons and notifications around the minimap. Okay, not bad. Crisping things up. I see you. I see you. Rewards for drift events. We updated the way rewards work for drift events. Now you will receive a reward even if you didn't hit the target score. I guess that's okay. Hopefully the reward is not 15 cops Trying to knock me off the fucking road. Bug fixes. Okay, so this is a long little list right here of bug fixes. For missions, these are bug fixes for missions. It doesn't really matter too much to me. The patch notes will be in the description if you guys want to go check this out and read it for yourself. I'm gonna skip over this part. And I'm probably gonna skip over this events bug fixes too. This is a lot of stuff. We just kind of want to go over stuff that has more to do with like multiplayer and just, you know, us driving around, more quality of life stuff. These are events and missions. We're gonna skip over this, but like I said, the patch notes will be in the description if you guys want to check this out for yourself. So more UI changes. This is a lot. Cars and garage. We're gonna get through these UI changes and then go to the cars and garage below. So it says activating photo mode in online play should no longer start the engine. Cool, so I can keep my engine off and take a fucking picture with my car slammed to the ground instead of my car turning on and going all the way up and having the reverse lights on, and I can't take a fucking picture because it looks stupid. Thank you, Ghost, thank you. I like some of these UI changes already. In the snapshot gallery, your snapshots will no longer appear in the friends tab, but only in your tab. Well, I haven't even been in the snapshot gallery that much, so. Before you can share a snap post, a confirmation prompt will now appear, okay? The camera will no longer be outside of the garage when triggering snapshot and entering a garage at the same time. Okay, that's never happened to me, but damn. When crashing a cop car, the crash the cop wouldn't always show. This should now be working correctly. In the song display, oh, okay. I don't even listen to any of the music in the game anyway. Updated the engine swap UI in the garage for widescreen resolution, so text should no longer be overlapping. Sounds good. Fixed text of daily challenges that was overlapping the speedometer. The objective list will now automatically be presented on the screen after leaving the garage. I hate that little list on my screen. I want to take that shit off like indefinitely. The racer challenges menu will stay on screen after one of the challenges is completed. Updated the racer challenges menu on PC to display the button that closes the menu. After completing a daily challenge, the tick icon is no longer overlapping the daily challenge icon. The objective menu that can be opened to the right side of the screen is no longer accessible while in the dealership or part shop. Okay, that would probably be even more annoying than when it's on my screen and I'm outside the garage. Some events have different car performance level recommendations. The lower one is the base level and the higher one is the challenge level. Looking at the crew leaderboard before starting an event can prevent the ability to switch between base level and challenge level of an event, which we now resolved. Updating a crew description with the text containing profanity would prompt you with operation successful. It should now say operation failed. What the hell? Searching for a specific crew should now work correctly. Okay, you can now use an apostrophe when creating a crew. Okay, I mean, I guess some people wanted an apostrophe. Fuck it, right? Fix the typo in the crew invite menu. When you're in a cop chase and hit a cop car without crashing it, you should no longer be prompted with a message implying you did crash the cop. When getting busted during night with less than 10,000 bank, there will now be a countdown to 0 instead of 0 just being displayed. We improved the readability of the league notification you're prompted after completing the respective chapter, increasing the opacity of the background. Okay, when you unlock a new car by completing the main story or one of the side stories, the banner will now no longer say leveled up but only new cars unlocked. When you're looking at the collectibles overview page of a district that has more than 8 collectibles of one kind, the items will now be scrolling. The scroll bar in some menus will no longer move beyond the background of the scroll bar. Okay, toggling the subtitles on or off in the settings will now toggle the option in the accessibility settings and vice versa. A lot of this stuff is nice. Don't believe me, don't get me wrong. A lot of this stuff is okay, but a lot of this stuff I think is changes they wanted to make, not so much stuff that everyone was asking for. So remove the prompt for the player list while you're in the part shop, as it is not accessible from there. Remove some duplicate button prompts in the dealership. In event invite notification, the car rating of the player sending the invite will now be correctly displayed if it's 400 plus. Okay, so these are little fixes, you know. Okay, so here we go. Cars and garage. Let's see what they got to say. Starter cars will now show customization ratings. Okay, I didn't notice that they didn't at first. Cars should no longer be shown with car parts missing in the garage. Okay, cool. When cycling through the cars in the warehouse and selecting one quickly, the correct car should now be swapped to the garage main spot. And I had a problem with that. I would cycle through my cars when I want to swap a car out, and I'll pick that car and then another car will show up after my, you know, the screen stops being black or whatever. After it loads back up, it would be another car sitting right there. And I'm like, wait, I didn't pick this car. I'm telling you guys, it happens to me all the time on stream. And by the way, guys, I do stream Monday through Friday on Twitch at 6 p.m. Pacific, twitch.tv/CrayG. The link will be in the description. So it says, when playing on PC with the controller, pressing LB should no longer trigger the horn and customization menus. Okay. Spamming the skip button while entering the garage should no longer place the car below the garage. There's a lot of little bugs, man. That just shows I mean, these are a lot of bugs that I haven't encountered either, but that just shows there was a lot of little bugs in the game, man. Vehicles with gloss paint finish should now show correct shadows if showcased in the garage. The camera should no longer switch from the bonnet camera to the near chase camera when crashing into objects at high speeds. Remove the light letterbox in the garage. Okay, the light letterbox. Updated the description of crew members deluxe edition cars in the garage showcase. When looking at car parts, the currently equipped parts should now be counted towards the total amount of copies you have. When you're in a high gear and are switching to a gearbox with fewer gears than the one previously equipped, the gear will now be switched to the highest possible gear available on the new gearbox. Example, if you are in 7th gear and switch to a gearbox with 5 gears, it should now display that you're in 5th gear. Okay. We improved the readability of the Need for Speed Rivals license plate option in the customization menu. We fixed an issue that would prevent you from unlocking the drift story introduction. This could happen when you had a very specific combination of car parts that were just below the requirements to unlock the story, which was not reflected in the UI before. We bolted on some car parts of vehicles that shouldn't have been removable in the first place. I wonder if that has to do with the Miata, because you know you could take the back bumper off the Miata. You can no longer select swap car in the garage if you don't have a car to swap to. The message prompt instructing you where to share a custom wrap from will now correctly refer to library instead of my wraps. I wonder if you can they should give us the ability to search someone's name for certain wraps, because I don't think you're able to do that. I don't think you can search someone's name in the wrap library and actually it'll come up and show the wraps that they've uploaded. That would be significant, because I know a lot of you guys ask me if I share some of my wraps for my cars, and I do, but a lot of you can't find them because they don't get a lot of downloads, and you would have to scroll all the way through the hundreds and hundreds of wraps that people make in order to find mine. So I feel like us being able to search someone's specific name to find a wrap, that'd be cool. Customizing the 1552 rims on some car models will now apply the primary and secondary colors correctly. Okay, 1552 rims should no longer be clipping with brake discs when you're changing the rim size to maximum. Improve the alignment of NOS visual effects for some exhaust models. When you're in the garage looking for part upgrades, have 2 parts for a specific slot. The stock part equipped and are hovering over the other better part, it will show the potential performance improvement. If you now sell the highlighted part, you would keep the stock part, but the potential improvement would still show in the UI. This has now been fixed. Okay, Rotiform forged LVS rims now are visually consistent on different levels of detail. Ooh, so they made them look a little better. I might have to throw some forged LVSs on my next whip, man. Scaling down the rim size of the BBS CHR rims will now correctly affect the spokes. Okay, so this is car specific. These were car and garage, and now we're moving on to car and specific. Fix an issue that can lead to a flickering texture when you're customizing the color of the BMW i8 Coupe. Fix the visual issue affecting the trunk of the BMW M4 convertible when a decal was applied. The license plate interaction point of the BMW M4 GTS in the garage has been correctly aligned. Applying a decal to the BMW Z4, sorry guys, Toyota Supra MK5 with the Alchemist roof equipped will now fit the designated space. The Speed Hunter's exhaust will no longer clip through the Speed Hunter's rear bumper when equipped to the Chevy Bel Air. Chevy Colorado ZR2 is no longer floating when you view it in the showcase. All of these bugs, bro. The camera won't pass through the side of the 69 Dodge Charger anymore during a night race intro. Nice. Designing a Ferrari 458 Spider in the Need for Speed Studio app using stock parts only and importing it into the game will not charge you any bank. Okay. The windows of the Ferrari blah 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 blah. Don't really care about this that much. When critically damaged, the rear bumper of the Ferrari will no longer be shaking. Improve the mapping of decals applied to the rear window of the Honda Civic Type R. Applying a decal to the side of the Honda NSX Type R will no longer affect the headlights when the Rocket Bunny side skirt is equipped. Okay, but these are a lot of stuff that I haven't ran into, so I mean, it's good that they're fixing this stuff. This is good. This is good. This is a good update. If you're taking the Jaguar F-Type convertible for a ride, use the bonnet camera and the car is in critical state. The hood will no longer block your sight. And these are just more car specific changes. Like I said, the link to the patch notes will be in the description if you guys want to go over it in a little bit more detail. I'm just kind of skimming through and reading certain things that I feel are good to be read, and you know, for different changes and stuff. But these are all car specific. We're not going to get into any of these. I mean, I don't really use any of these cars too much. So it says, wait, fix a visual issue with the second Nissan front bumper in the menu, which could make it transparent in a spot where it shouldn't be on the Nissan Skyline GTR 99. Okay. All right, so we got some visual changes here. It says we took another look at the lighting in the garage. Sometimes your character and one side of the car would appear darker than the other side. Yeah, hell yeah, that happens. That's why I'm always editing the car on one side. This should now be fixed. Okay, improved the cuts. I mean, I kind of felt like that was because the side of the car that you're editing on, or the right side of the car, has the sunlight beaming on it from you know, the garage door being open, and then the other side has no light. But I just figured that's what it was, but I guess that was an issue, so they changed it. Improved the cutscene with Anna so her hair doesn't clip with her neck anymore. Did you know that Anna is a real person and her name is Anna? Updated the look of the juice box logo. Added Big Country Labs decals. Okay, while wearing the blue bandana, changing the hair color in the menu will now actually change the hair color. There were 2 pairs of pants that would clip through some tops. We've ironed that out. That's funny. We've ironed that out. Yeah, funny. 2 Bermuda shorts had a pretty similar look. We added some color to make them more distinguishable. Okay. Some glasses would cause its wearer's lashes to clip through them, which is now resolved. Fixed an issue where the camera would clip through the floor of the garage. Removed the background of a decal which was showing a square when it shouldn't have. When using the Protanopia colorblind setting, all routes will now have the correct color. On PC, when you choose a different resolution and are prompted to confirm your choice, the confirmation selection prompt will now highlight an option. Added subtitles that were partially missing from one of Lucas's phone calls. Put Italian subtitles back in sync during the prologue. Korean subtitles are now in sync during the proposition chapter. Did he just say numero uno? The subtitles are now synced with the voice line. Good old Kenny. Improved the Russian wording on the outro screen for time trial events. Increased detail on some ground textures in Port Murphy. Okay, cool. Increased detail on some ground textures, huh? We're gonna have to check out Port Murphy and see how much they increased. Some AI characters that take photographs before race events just vanish after a while. They will now no longer disappear mid-scene. Some of these shit are fucking tongue twisters, bro. Fixed a rare issue that could lead to bright light overexposure in the garage. The pulsating light in the loading screen before night events should now be in sync with the music for all songs. You should no longer be able to move the cursor out of bounds when looking at the map. Background images in the crew menus will now fit the chosen aspect ratio. Okay, lada. Oh, look, we replaced the image that's displayed when you unlock the Polestar 20 Hero Edition with a higher resolution image. Those of you guys who don't know, when they first released that car, when they came with the Hero Edition, that picture looked like it was taken on the Android compared to all the other pictures that was so high quality. So we got a bunch of audio changes as well. I mean, I turned the audio off of their voices, and you know, some of this stuff I probably just kind of skip through this and go straight to the world changes, but like I said, patch notes are in the description if you guys want to go over this stuff. But trust me, this is a lot of stuff, and I don't even think we're halfway there. We're not even close to being done. All right, so world changes. Bayview Park moved the respawn point further away from a ramp to allow players' cars to build up enough speed to jump across the water. Moved the respawn point. You should no longer be able to become stuck in a respawn loop when driving into water in a specific location. In a very specific scenario that would take too many lines to explain, it was possible to spawn under the map at the Fairview Fields gas station. This should no longer happen. Okay. There's a jump in downtown that wouldn't track any progress if attempted with a very high speed. This has now been corrected. Similarly, a jump in Granada Wetlands should now award you with 3 stars if the cinematic is playing and you achieve the required distance. A cop car could get stuck in a loop on a bridge in Mendoza Keys. We updated the logic, so they should be able to get out of there without making overtime. When entering a cop chase with the helicopter, escaping and coming back to the helicopter, it should no longer hover just above the ground. Cops should no longer start chasing you when you're driving on the monorail tracks and they drive below you and shouldn't notice you. Okay, the routing on the map during chapter 5 will now start at the correct garage when using Arabic language. If you're in a cop chase, the busting meter is filling and both you and the cop crash into water. You should no longer be busted after being reset. Cool. Improve the cop logic in situations when you're close to roadblocks. So they made them smarter, I guess, improving the cop logic. AI drivers will stick to the road when taking a specific turn in Sandpiper Forest. Same goes for a scenic location on Frontera Hills and one in Granada Wetlands. Improve the ramp in Palm City Raceway so you can no longer get stuck under it. One flamingo was hovering above ground in Frontera Hills, another one in Blackwood Heights, but they're grounded now. To keep the balance, we also raised one flamingo that was partially dug into a Rockville hill. Billboards shouldn't get smashed anymore when jumping above them and not hitting them. You know, honestly, I just want to say this is a lot of stuff. This is a lot of stuff, and I'm glad that all of these things are being fixed. This is dope. This is a dope update. If you think about it, yes, there wasn't a lot of content or really any content at all, you know, added with this update so far that I see. But look at all these changes, all these fixes, man. So it seems like they are actually listening to the community and they fixing a bunch of stuff that could potentially give them problems in the end. And I appreciate that, man. Okay, so we got some performance fixes. Improve client stability, fix the crash that could occur during the breaking the law mission when you reach the starter line before Anna. Fix the crash that could occur when reporting a player for an offensive rap. Fix the few crashes that could occur in the garage. Fix several other instances where the game could crash. Opening the world map should now be smoother than before. Fix an issue where the game could hang when your car was pushed by the AI, resulting in jumping in the air and reaching extraordinarily high speeds. Jumping into an inaccessible part of the map and wrecking the car in the process should no longer lead to the game hanging. Oh, so okay, so it looks like that was it. Release timing, January 28th. PC at 9 o'clock, PS4 10 o'clock, Xbox One 11 o'clock, and the file sizes are 3.5 gigs on PC, 5.6 gigs on PS4, and 4.9 gigs on Xbox One. It says, please note that going forward, we will name the updates after the month they release in, and we won't use the numbering system anymore. So it'll be January update, February update, March update, stuff like that. So does that mean they're only coming with one update every month? Possibly. But that is the detailed patch notes for you guys. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like and hit that sub button. I know I didn't go over every single thing, but I think we read a good amount. And for the stuff that I did skip over, you guys can go to the link in the description and check it out for yourself. Appreciate you guys for watching the video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.